Now, this morning, there's growing reaction to a decision that impacts the way ballots will be counted election night in Georgia.
Yeah, this one was pretty controversial. So in the last 12 hours, a judge ruled to block the plan to hand count all the ballots election night, November 5th. 11 Alive's Ariana Manish joining us live this morning from the state capitol.
Ariana, talk us through what the decision means for election night specifically.
Well, Cheryl, now that this rule has been blocked, it means that we are now expecting election results to come in much faster on November 5th. Now, critics of this law, they were concerned that with this rule in place, it will cause reporting delays and even confusion on election night. Now, this was one of many laws passed by the Republican-led state election board just last month. It required that 3 poll workers each hand count the paper ballots, not the votes, but the paper ballots by hand once polls close. Now, the rule was set to take effect next Tuesday, which is just 2 weeks away from Election Day. But now Fulton County Superior Court Judge Robert McBurney is blocking the enforcement of the rule after the Cobb County Election Board filed a lawsuit. Judge McBurney, he wrote in his decision that the rule would be implemented too close to the election and that it would cause administrative chaos given the limited time available to train poll workers. We spoke to Gabriel Sterling with the state Secretary of State's office before this rule was passed to see how he felt about the mandated hand counting ballot rule.
Well, it's not really hand counting of the ballots, it's on the number of ballots that were cast. So let's make it clear. I don't want people thinking they're sitting there counting every single contest on these ballots. I think it's not a bad idea in concept, but you need a lot of time and training to do it. Doing it the last minute is a little more irresponsible than we'd like to see.
Now, those other rule changes have caused controversy and even resulted in other lawsuits, like the one where election officials, county election officials, they were able to submit what was called a reasonable inquiry rule. Now, Judge McBurney, he just filed a decision on that rule where he says that election county officials, they must certify the election by the deadline stated by the law. Reporting live from the state capitol, I'm Ariana Manish for 11 Alive. Back to you.
Ariana, thank you. In a few hours, polls will be back open in Georgia, welcoming voters for day 2 of early in-person voting, and we'll see if that momentum continues. This morning, we're taking a closer look at the record-breaking numbers from day 1. All right, take a look here. The Georgia Secretary of State's office says 305,895 people voted in person on Tuesday, while another 22,870 absentee ballots have now been returned and accepted. This means 328,765 votes have already been cast in Georgia.